Welcome to Uncut Interviews with Ashanti. Thank you for tuning in. I am your host, Ashanti, and I'm super excited to have you join us for tonight's conversations. Make sure to follow us on YouTube at Uncut Interviews with Ashanti for more exclusive content. And I just want to say, welcome to the light. Tonight, we're shining bright with the incredible Geraldine Ann. Get ready to be inspired, uplifted, and motivated by her story, her wisdom, and her light. Geraldine joins us with her unique perspective, passion, and heart. We're honored to have you here with us to share your experiences, insight, and love with us. So let's go ahead and dive into this conversation. Remember that you are the light in someone's darkness. Shine bright, spread love, and let's uplift one another. Welcome to the podcast, Geraldine Ann. I'm so glad to have you here.
Well, thank you for having me.
You are more than welcome. Well, let's go ahead and dive in and you let me know where you're from and tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you're an admin with Get Money Meta, but we'll go ahead and dive into all of it. Hey, Lachelle.
I'm 35 years old, a mother of four. I'm from Ohio. I'm actually a stay at home mom. My fiance drives dump trucks, so he can make that possible for us.
Oh wow, so you're a stay-at-home mom. That's awesome. You said you had four children.
Yep, a daughter who's 18. I actually became a mom at the age of 17. 17. Still in school.
You gonna dive into that?
Yeah, we can. I met her dad, and things happened. He was out of school, I was in school. I thought I knew everything about life, ended up pregnant. I graduated though. She did walk across the stage with me.
Congratulations, I love that.
So now she's actually 18 and in college, living her life.
And so you said she's
Yep.
18 and you had her at 17.
Yep.
Well, hey, that's still incredible. Like, even though you were young and scared and probably didn't know, which direction to
Um,
go in, she's still
so
right, but she still went ahead and persevered. So congratulations to the both of y'all.
thank you.
I wanted to ask a little bit more about yourself. So I see you joined Get Money Meta. How did that happen? How were you found by Get Money Meta?
I was mostly on TikTok posting my videos, and then I just started posting them on Facebook. Well, my profile changed to a digital creator, and then I took a screenshot of my professional dashboard, posted it, and then my cousin, who's also in Get Money Meta, Justin, seen it, shared everything, and that's when I just got sucked in. Been at it since July 30th.
And I'm glad you did get sucked in. I'm so happy that you're with us. I love that for you. I want to ask, what has your experience been in life in general? Like, being a stay-at-home mom, having four boys. I know that you often post about your famous coffee drinks. So, like, what is the experience of you? What is your story?
My story, let's go back. Let's take it back a few. I've been married, been divorced, been through hell and back. Not many people know that my divorce was honestly the best thing that's happened to me besides my children. Just so much violence and sadness in my marriage that I wasn't able to speak about.
Right, right. When did that end for you?
Roughly 2016 when he went to jail.
And you said he was.
Oh yeah. My fiance that I'm with now, actually, he's saved me and my children from that situation.
Wow.
And I've known him for 21 years, and we lost connection, and then we reconnected in 2017. And then since then, it's just been him and I and our kids. Oh yeah.
Too deep.
I can. Yeah. He was an addict, and I thought, me being the person I am, I could save everybody. Well, it doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes you have to save yourself in order to prosper in life, if that makes any sense.
Amen. Yeah, it does.
So I know one incident where he almost killed me. And the only way I know that what saved my life was my daughter coming downstairs and running to the neighbors to call the cops. I've had plenty of phones broken. I've had a broken nose, busted lip, been through it all.
Wow. I'm
And
so
it's
happy that you got out of that. Like, oh my God, I can't even imagine what day-to-day life was like for you in that situation.
scary. Like I would literally sleep with I had a backup phone, so I would sleep with it under my pillow just in case I had to go somewhere.
So even when you were going through it, like, did you ever like try and leave, but that was also impossible?
Yeah, because I had 3 children, so it was hard. Oh, yeah.
Then finally,
Yep.
when you, what was that final experience that said, okay, enough is enough. I can't do this anymore.
When he tried to burn my house down with me and my children in it. Yeah. It got crazy, and a lot of people don't know. Like I said, a lot of people don't know what you go through until you actually speak about it.
You're right. They don't. They don't. I think a lot of times we talked about that yesterday. It's there's a lot of judgment. There's so much judgment and a lot of opinions. You know, people have a very difficult time opening up, and then I also think it's experience. Like what
Oh,
one
yeah.
person experiences with somebody, another person doesn't. You know, so it's like if you tell your story, someone's going like, "Well, that wasn't my experience." You know, and you're like, well, that was mine, you know. So it's
Right.
like it's almost like a lot of invalidation that goes on when someone even feels like they can share something.
Exactly. And that's why I've literally kept quiet about a lot of stuff until here recently. I've been writing everything down that I could remember. And a lot of it's like I don't want to remember, but it's there.
Right, you're still having to go through the healing process of it all.
Yep.
How, like, with your children, and how has that process been from you, like, getting out of that and building yourself up mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically? Like, how has that been for you?
Well, we have 2 kids together, and, when all this happened, they were babies. So they haven't seen him in roughly 9 years, besides over FaceTime a couple times. So I've literally had to pull myself up and put myself back together for my kids. Because if not, I honestly probably wouldn't be here to this day if it wasn't for my children.
With all of that happening to you, how do you stay so strong? That comes from one of our listeners.
My kids. Honestly, deep down, my kids.
To our life.
It is.
So now, how is life now? Like being outside of that relationship and now being in a safe space. How do you deal with it emotionally? Like, because, and how do the kids handle it? Like knowing that he's not around, and knowing that this is what was going on.
Well, we just started opening up and talking to him about it recently. Like I said, we have 2 kids together. So we had to sit them down and explain to them, hey, you have a different dad. This is who he is. And he lives 8 hours away. So I guess I had that fear in the back of my head. Like I was so scared he was just going to come and kidnap my kids. Gave me real bad anxiety. Because I'm like, if he could do what he did to me, he could take my kids at any point and I would shut down.
Right. That's very hard. Like that is very scary. That's not, it's kind of scary too because like you're on a social platform, public. So it
Yeah.
is, and I know that you post your kids openly. So I know that that makes it harder. But I mean, obviously we can't live in fear, because that's only going to bring it's almost like speaking it into existence, if that makes sense, right? Like a fear is
Right.
like we got to get rid of that fear and just kind of give it to God, and just pray for protection and provision.
And I think that's where my anxiety mostly stemmed from, was from that situation that I was in.
Right. I can't even imagine, like, so how old were you when you got married?
Oh, 2014, about, I want to say 22, maybe.
Abusive like that before y'all get married, or this actually started once y'all got married?
After.
So like before.
After. Yeah, I mean, everything was good. Well, that's the thing. I've only known him maybe a month before we got married.
Oh wow.
It was just, one of them young, dumb decisions that you make. And then after that, it's like, dang, I can't go back. I mean, 2 kids later. And then I think I filed for divorce in 2019 and it was granted in 2020 only because I wouldn't take him for child support. He said, I'll give you a divorce if you want nothing from me.
Wow. Oh my God, girl, you've been through a lot and you're such a light. You are such a light. Like, to have gone through that. Was your upbringing like that, or was your upbringing different?
My mom left when I was very young, at a very young age. So it was mostly my dad and my grandparents that raised us. Because, my mom, she was in and out of my life for the longest.
And then, so your mom, so pretty much like you were little, your mom and dad were like together, you were being raised from both, and then she went her way, and then you were just being raised by your dad and your grandparents, like on your father's side.
Yep. It was rough. I'm sure it was rough for my dad. They had 3 kids. There's three of us, and I just never understood how a parent just walks out of their child's life.
Girl, you are so strong. I know. I know. I don't understand it either. But I will say this though. I will say that if you are going through some things and you feel like you may harm your kids or you're not in the right mental space, then yes, leave your kids with somebody that you know is going to take care of your kids and keep them safe. But to just leave and not return, that's,
Right,
it's
for
hard
years.
because right, because like for a child, you blame yourself. Like, well, is something wrong with me? Did I do something? Did I make her leave? Like you don't, like I said, children have a very difficult time expressing emotion, because it's like, what, how am I, like, or grief, because it's like, it's something that's not natural to them.
And that's what I always thought, like, was there something wrong with me and my biological siblings because she went on and had multiple other children and kept the youngest. So we just always thought that she just didn't want us, didn't love us, didn't care for our well-being.
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough. So like pretty much the relationship that she had with you was that, like, did she, like, when she had, okay, so did she come back? Did she still try and keep communication with y'all?
She did a few times and we would go stay with her, but it's like she would cut our visits really short with her and then just take us back to our dad's and then disappear for years and then pop up randomly.
Wow. And in so many ways, I feel like that's your conscience. In so many
Yeah.
ways, that's like conviction. It's like when you get around other people, like, I don't care who you are, how much time goes by, you get around other people, like where you see families and children. As a person who doesn't have that, your conviction is gonna, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta go see my kids, like I gotta go, like, just put my, like, lay my eyes on them. Maybe she felt like that. I don't know.
I mean, I'll never know either because she passed away last year in February. So it's just been a lot of questions that I have for her that I can't ask.
Right, I can understand that. So okay, so after time passed, like, did y'all ever reconcile? Did y'all ever have a conversation? Was there any space for closure?
She came back in once I had my daughter, and we talked for a few, and then she would leave again, and then she would come back, and then I had my other two boys. She came, she would just in and out, constant. It was never her coming and staying. It was just her coming and leaving, and then me having all those questions like, dang, why do you keep leaving? Was we really not that good enough for you to be around? And, when I was 8 years old, my dad met my stepmom. So it was like 28 years, I had this amazing mother help my dad raise me. It's just been hard.
Can understand, and I'm so sorry that you went through all that. I know that that took a toll on you as a child, but I am happy that your dad was there. Like, I can't
Oh,
even
yeah.
imagine, like, how hard that was, being young, trying to work, trying to take care of three children, being a father. And but I am grateful that someone came into his life that was able to be a wonderful example to you. You know what I'm saying? Even at that age, I know that that made a huge difference in your life.
Oh, yeah, he worked, that's the thing about him. He worked multiple jobs. He made sure each and every one of his children was taken care of. I don't ever remember a time that my dad was not working.
Right, of course. I mean, like, three kids trying to figure it out. Then, like, you're a man, like, it's like like, when you're raised with both parents in the picture, it's like there's certain things, like, as a girl, that you go to your mom for, right? Like,
Yeah.
dad's not gonna know this. So it's like, like, all of those things, like, he had to pretty much put a brave face on every day, and make sure that he showed up for y'all, whether he was tired, hungry, not feeling well, anything that was going on to him. He had to make sure that you guys were taken care of, and that no matter who was coming or going, he had to make sure that he had y'all and that he created a solid foundation for you guys. And I'm grateful that his parents, that your grandparents were able to help him with y'all.
Oh, yeah, it was definitely a blessing. Like my grandma, I called her mom. I never referred to her as grandma or anything other than mom.
Right, I can understand that. Well, I mean, As the saying goes, it's not who gave birth to you, it's who raised you. I
Yep.
say that all the time. Anybody can give birth, but you have to raise the child, you have to nurture a child, you have to be there for a child. So it's like it's actually not who gives birth to you, it's who raised you, who shows love, who like is able to show example of it, which shows like how resilient, strong, and what a such incredible mother you are. Like you like show that you are truly light. That's why I call you light, because you are, so many people adore you. Like
Thank
the
you.
other day,
I appreciate
someone's
that.
like, someone's like, Shanti, I'm so sorry to tell you this, but Geraldine is my favorite. I'm like, I am telling you she's my favorite too. I don't care. Like,
Oh
I love
goodness.
the girl. Like, and it's just like you are really light and you show up for so many people. And it's like to even see like all of these things that you're going through, all of the struggles, because people think that when we go through trauma, like it just goes away. It doesn't go away. It
It
stays,
don't.
like it's still there.
Regardless of
So
how many therapy sessions you go to, it's there. I've been through therapy quite a lot. My mom, when she passed in 2009, which I'm referring to my grandma, my life changed. It was downhill, drastically changed, because that's the woman that I knew. She was my saving grace.
I'm so sorry for your loss of your mom, because I know that that had to have been really, really hard, because you refer to
Oh
her
yeah.
as your mom, but that's your grandmother. That's somebody who pretty much, she was there. She didn't skip a beat on you.
Yeah, she was there 24/7 for us.
Was that like, so losing her, like what was like next? How did you maneuver through all that?
Well, my daughter was 2 when she passed, and I knew it just brought tension and complications in my relationship with her father to where we just didn't work out and we separated.
Wow. Okay. I'm so sorry. You have like truly been through so much, girl. You are strong and resilient, and just, I'm grateful that you are also being brave in sharing your story, so you can like let others know that like you can get through things. You have the option of leaving and getting yourself out of, a toxic and dangerous situation.
I think that's when I met my fiance. Him and I, we have our youngest child together, and he honestly has been there through everything, thick and thin, saved me through a lot of things, and I think that's why him and I work out so well together.
Right, right. Well, I mean, obviously you said y'all known each other for 21 years.
Yep, 21.
So like y'all have like always been friends?
In school we were, and then like we just lost contact with each other over the years, and then it was like honestly Facebook. He found me on Facebook.
Wow. And then like it's almost like no time passed, right? Y'all were just back at
Yep.
it.
Back at it, and we had, let's see, our son was born in 2018, but we were also pregnant prior to that, and his name's Deacon, but he passed away, so we've been through
I'm
some
so
tough
sorry.
times together.
Accept our condolences for the losses
Thank
that
you.
you have had. Girl, you are strong. So what is life like now? How do you get through the daily things, and how is life for your kids now as well?
So much better. Like, we just live life to the fullest, and I try to give them the life that they deserve, the life that I didn't have. But I think, well, let's see. My oldest boy, he's literally unique in his own way. That's my baby. I mean, they're all my babies, but that's my firstborn boy, and his life has literally been crazy the past year.
Right. What do you mean? Go into that, or would you go into that?
Yeah, I can talk about it. I think it was like maybe a few years ago. We had to call the squad. He came walking into the living room, passed out, couldn't talk, couldn't walk, just like looked lost in space. They could never figure out anything. When we took him to the hospital, they had no answers. Couple years passed. Recently, last May, it happened again. And I'm like, you know what? We need answers. I was like, something's obviously going on that we don't know. Took him to the ER, and they did blood work, did an MRI, did a CAT scan, did everything. Couldn't figure out what was wrong, so they sent us home. About a day passed. We ended up back in the hospital for my fiance. We thought he was having a heart attack. Then I get this phone call from the hospital, and I'm like, well, I'm sitting in the room. What's going on? And he's like, I need to go over some scans with you regarding your son. And right then I knew something was wrong. He came in in the doctor's face, a mother knows. I knew. They found a cyst on the back of his brain.
Oh no. Right.
So we go to the hospital every 3 months to see two different neurologists. And, they won't do surgery because of where it's placed. So that's not an option. Even if we go to a different doctor, that's still not an option with them either. So it's been a lot.
I'm so sorry about that. I know that has to be really, really hard to see your child going through something and you can't help them. That is agony in itself. Like, that's just agony in itself. Like, just that,
Oh,
not
it
being
is.
able to help your child and then trying to find answers. Okay, so where is it? Like, where exactly is it on the back of the brain? What is it attached to?
It is around his spinal cord. So like where it's sitting at, it's like a golf ball size. Like it's pretty big. And
Right.
his brain in the back didn't fully develop. So we always thought that he was autistic or on the spectrum. Well, we had him tested and he was like shy of that being diagnosed with autism, but he also has learning disabilities to where he is 11 years old, but he has a mind of a child who's like 5.
Wow.
So it's a lot. I mean, we we go through a lot.
That has to be
He's
really
been
difficult.
he's been through a lot. He's very strong. For an 11-year-old who's been through a lot of stuff, he's very, very strong. I know that's right.
They're going to be strong because they see you're resilient.
Right.
So, what is go maybe somewhere else, get other opinions to see what can be done in this situation for him?
We had another opinion and it's just the same answers is that they don't want to operate because anything could happen.
Yeah, it's high risk.
Which that's understandable, but it's like he can't play sports. He can't live his life as a normal child.
Right. And it's because of that. And it's probably just hitting some pretty major nerves. But I think too, when there is so much risk involved, a lot of doctors won't research. You know what I'm saying? Like they have because you're literally gonna have to get a whole team together to like literally research it and look at it from all angles. What is the you know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
you're gonna have to do a lot of work because with my dad having brain cancer and where that tumor was, they literally opened it and eventually from them just opening that he had 12 tumors,
Oh,
no
wow.
matter chemo radiation, and being that the tumor was on the cerebellum, it literally controls all the motion in your body. From
Yep.
you like just opening your arm to closing it to pointing to moving your arms, your legs, it controlled the motion in your body. So I think a lot of times they don't touch it because they are afraid that they will make it worse. I
And
my
that's what they
personal
said.
opinion. Girl, you have been through a lot. You are one strong mama. We're all keeping you in our prayers and keeping your son in our prayers, and that
Thank you.
a breakthrough will come, that God can see a way out of this for you guys. Because I know that that has to be very difficult on you mentally every day, being so worried and trying to figure out, like, how to take care of this.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot. Like, when he says he's starting to get a headache, I just make him go lay down, give him his medication and go lay down. Because if not, like if he's up walking, he just loses all sense of everything. Like he can't walk, can't talk, he's immobile. It's sad. It's just sad to see your child go through anything.
Yes, it is. You're right about that. It is. And especially when it comes with no answers, that makes it even harder, trying to find solutions to a problem. And then when you are supposed to get answers from doctors, it's like they're giving you what you don't even want to hear, and that hurts because it's like, you're supposed to give me some hope here, this is
Yeah.
what you went to school for. This is what you specialize in, and then when
And
they
it's like
can't
half
help,
the
it's like,
time.
right, it's like, where do we go? Like what do we do? And I don't know. We're just gonna keep him in our prayers because I know that has to be really hard for you. How do his siblings handle it? How are they with like? Is it harder for you? Like just kind of being present for everybody with that?
No, it's not, because he'll stay with me all the time. So like he's never alone unless he's at school. And you know, they understand to a certain point where you can't hit him in the back of his head. You can't do this. Or I mean, I'm sure it probably is hard on them sometimes, cuz it's like we have to get onto them like, "Hey, you can't be doing this. You have to calm down. This is what's going to happen." So like they're understanding probably to a certain point.
Right, right. Have you started like spreading awareness about his condition and diagnosis, or like have you networked it maybe like with other people who may actually also be dealing with some of that, like maybe like like a support group or anything like that?
I talked to this one lady in my neighborhood. She's a wonderful person, like very understanding. So I actually want to start helping children with special needs because of my son has opened my
I
eyes
love
up
that.
tremendously.
I love
So
that. Yes, yes. And not just that, like spread that awareness because like parents need to be comforted during these times, especially like when you don't have answers, you know? So it's like,
exactly.
where do I go from here? Like, you know, you don't have an answer, you don't have an answer. It's like there needs to be some form of support, awareness, or organization of some sorts where parents can find hope and be able to feel like they are not alone, you know, in this, and that more research can be done on this so that way they can find more ways to treat it.
Exactly. That's how I feel. And it's just like, you know, you have friends that understand, and then you have people in your community that say, "Oh, your son's different. Oh, why is your son like this?" And I have to, you know, take a step back from being that mama that protects her children all the time and just explain to them, "Hey, this is what's going on. This is why he is the way he is." And then, you know, if they understand, they understand. If they don't, they don't.
Right, right. I understand that. I'm so sorry that you are dealing with all this. I know that that has to be really, really hard and that you have to essentially be strong for everyone, like in your household. You know,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
glad that you have your fiance, so it makes it easier for you two to have a best friend and someone that you can vent to, you know, express concern and be able to together find solutions and be there for you all's children.
Yep, he definitely is amazing.
I love that. I love that. Give us some more details on it.
Yep, I'm trying to find my footing and feeling out where I need to be and what I need to get going in order to do
Right.
so, to also help others in my community or wherever around the world, however far I reach. That's my goal, to reach as many people as I can.
Absolutely. I love that. How do you stay so how do you keep the strength? How do you stay so calm? And like what brings you to have so much light for people?
What keeps me calm is honestly my children. If I was out here stressing, I mean, yeah, I do stress sometimes, but if I was out here stressed like most, I honestly probably wouldn't know what to do. So me going to my little coffee shop in town with a friend in town, you know, she keeps me grounded.
Right. Let's talk
She
about that coffee shop too. Because
The
you
coffee
post that
definitely is
coffee
amazing.
shop. So how did you find that coffee shop?
They opened up here in June, and ever since, like, I went opening day, and I've been every day since. Multiple times a day, though, not just one time.
Oh wow. So like all the like the drinks that you get, like how so like do they know that you're also like a content creator and like you share what they do?
Yes, I've told him when I went in there, because I started taking pictures and videos inside the coffee shop. And I know one of the ladies asked me what I was doing, and I said, I'm going to post this on my TikTok. And that's where I started all my content creating, was on TikTok at first. So then once I started doing that, everybody started asking, like, hey, what coffee is this? Where'd you get it from? And I told them. So now they go in there and they order a drink that's called the Geraldine drink.
Is incredible. I don't know what's going on with my phone. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but that is
I
incredible.
couldn't hear
Like
you
I
for a
love that. That
second.
is like so cool. Well, you know, when I come up there, that's what I'm gonna ask for too, cause your drinks be
Hopefully,
fire.
hopefully y'all do come where I'm at. It would
I
be
know.
fun.
Hey, like girls trip, we gotta come up there and see you. That would be a whole vibe. But I love that little coffee. I like stuff like that. Me and my cousins, that's what we often do. We'll go like to little coffee shops and go like to little boutiques and buy like little things. Like we're always doing something like that. That's kind of
See,
like
I
our
always
thing.
shop local, like shop small
Yeah.
businesses in my community.
There's a store. It's an Italian store, and everything is made in Italy. And they have like the best candles and just like the things for your house. Like, it is just like everything. And like right next to it is this really cute coffee shop that has like the best pastries too. And we usually get like a cappuccino and we sit outside with the little umbrella and just act like we're in Paris and spill the tea.
Yep, that's what we do. We
That's
sit
what
up
we do.
there and communicate with everybody and just gossip.
And well, for us, it's more like figuring out how we're going to take over the world. That's
Right.
the
Yeah.
conversations that we have. How did you start content creating on TikTok, and how has that growth been for you on TikTok when you started, and then transition into Facebook, or were you like doing both? And I want to dive deeper into you being admin for Get Money Meta and how that experience was for you.
My Facebook was honestly private due to my ex-husband because I didn't want him having access to my children. So I strictly did TikTok because I was like, well, what's he going to do? Save a video or two of my kids? Then I overcame that fear and just started posting all the time, constantly. And then I got over 10,000 followers on on TikTok. And then eventually, you have those dirty deleters that delete you. So now I'm under 10,000. So I was like, well, let me go to Facebook and start posting my reels. And when I did, they changed my profile to a digital creator. So then now I just stick mostly to Facebook.
Right, right.
So it's been a learning experience, something that I never thought I could do. I'm actually doing.
Right, right. So when did you become an admin with Get Money Meta? You said July.
The first week of August, I want to say. So I joined the group July 30th, and then I became an admin roughly a week maybe after.
Yes, I saw you doing a lot, and I was like, you know what? I want her to be an admin. Like I really I like her. You were light even then, like, and I was like, you know what? And I went to Arrow asking. I was like, I really want her to be an admin. She's so sweet. She's always just really, really kind, and you came aboard, and it's just been incredible ever since you've been with us.
Well, thank you. That's what I'm like. Always spread kindness around, regardless, because you never know what anyone is going through in life.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got to. You really, really got to. And that's one thing that we do. I can say that. Like, I see all of us at Get Money Matter, like, we are spreading kindness. We're always trying to uplift others. We're trying to help others grow. Like, anything that we know, we're going to show you, we're going to help you. And also put you in position. It's not just the content aspect of it. It's also figuring out something that you love or you feel like is a calling or is a talent, and then you know you go out there and you try it, and
Yes.
do it. And so I think like it's important because you never know what you're gonna get until you try. Like you just have to try, but you gotta spread kindness because we're living in wicked times.
Yes, we are. And that's the thing with Get Money Meta. It's not just a group. To me, it's family. Because everyone in that is just wonderful. Y'all are amazing people. And I love each and every one of you.
And we love you too. Yes, it's been incredible. I love the Get Money Matter Familia. It's just been incredible. And we're like so happy to have you because you're truly just everything. And you're so resilient and strong. I want to ask you what advice do you have for our listeners? What are some life lessons, or what are some things that you want them to know about the interview that we had? Like, what do you feel like they can take away? From what you have spoken about, and how would you want them to perceive this, and what should they do moving forward? Any advice?
Well, if any of you are going through domestic violence, any type of abuse, you can get out. You can. You are strong enough. You can make it. I didn't think I could make it. And here I am, 9 years later, stronger than ever. Everyone, you got this. And give me a second. Sorry.
You're good.
Honestly, here lately, if it wasn't for the Get Money Meta group, I probably wouldn't be on any platforms at all. You guys have literally showed me everything that I needed as a family. You guys are strangers across the world supporting me more than the people in my hometown do. And that says a lot. Like, you guys are truly amazing.
And you are too. And we're so
Thank
happy
you.
that you're a part of us. Like it is, and everything that you said is absolutely right. You can have people that you've known your whole life, that
Yeah,
are not even providing what Get Money Meta is providing. It is a lot of love, a lot of light.
a lot of blessings. Like, there's blessings beyond
Yes,
blessings, and it's just amazing.
happy to have you a part of us. It's been a joy having you, and I'm so glad that I crossed paths with you. You always
I
check
know.
on me.
I'm so thankful for you.
Oh, I'm thankful for you. You always checking on me. You always make sure that I'm okay. You always, is there anything I can do for you? Are you okay? Like you are so sweet. And like I adore you. I really do.
And I think some days, like when I'm feeling down and weak, our phone calls honestly help me get through everything.
Oh, I love you. I try. You know what? Like, if don't nobody call y'all on Messenger, I'm going to call y'all, okay? And
And
I
that's a
don't know
fact.
if it's I don't know. I just always have to check on y'all, make sure that you're okay. Man. Like, I don't know, because I just kind of think life is so busy and so much is
It is.
going on in everybody's life that I don't know if you're broken. I don't know if you're sad. I don't know if you're hungry. I don't know if you're struggling financially. I don't know if today was a really, really bad day at work or a really, really bad day with something, but I don't have to assume. So I'm just going to try and be there, whether it's a text message, whether it is a call. I'm just going to try, because I don't know. Everybody goes through something. And I just want to make sure that I'm present and that I can do something, so I can help because
Yeah, and you're truly amazing, because I've never opened up about my son to anybody, but that 3-hour phone call that day with you, you're a wonderful person,
thank you.
and I love you so
You are
much.
too. I love you too. You don't make me
Like,
cry, girl. You got me. Oh, Lord.
don't cry.
Like joining because it means everything to me. It means everything to me to have my Get Money Meta family here with me, and we can share our stories, and we can be able to reach people. Somebody is really, really hurting today and maybe going through the same exact situation, and
Exactly.
your story can save lives. Like people think, no, it can. It really can, because somebody is feeling hopeless and helpless. And I just want people to know, like, hey, there is support. There is light at the end of the tunnel. You don't have to fight this alone. Like
You
you
just have to
don't,
reach out to the
Right,
right
right.
people.
Exactly. So but I'm grateful for you because, like, it means everything to me because you've been through so much and, like, you carry your heart on your sleeve. Like, you are always just so uplifting and so kind to others. And it means everything because, like you said, you never know what someone's going through, and that, like, little word of kindness, of hope, of joy, laughter, whatever it is, you might have changed somebody's mind in that moment.
Yep,
Somebody made a different decision because your words. So
because you
words have
listened.
power.
It just takes a listening ear to save someone's life.
It does. It truly does. I love that. I definitely love that. I wanted to ask you, how can people find you? How can our listeners get in contact with you if they want to check out your content, if they want to learn about, your son's diagnosis and, all of the many things that you're going to have coming up? How are they able to find you on social media platforms?
On TikTok, it's Geraldine underscore 485. And then on Facebook, it's Geraldine Ann. Them are the only two major platforms. I'm on Instagram as Geraldine Ann, but I really don't. That's private. I need to make that public. I do need to go switch it. I just haven't yet.
Right, right. Sure to go follow and support Geraldine Ann. She is on TikTok. She is on Facebook. She's also on Instagram. If you want to learn more, if you just want to support her, like I said, she is a light. You will love everything that she puts out. I want to say thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate you. And I want to go to my listeners to see if you guys have any questions.
Well, thank you for having me.
You are so welcome. I want to see if anybody has any questions. I'm going to see if they got. She said everyone calls us on Messenger, but you're the only one I answer. Oh, Lord.
That
Okay.
part.
Kayla, I'm starting to think that I'm literally the only one anybody.
That's funny.
That is hilarious. I don't think anyone has any other questions. Is there anything else that you want to say that I might have not asked you?
I mean, if they want to reach out, I can answer anything.
Right.
I can answer anything.
Okay. Okay. Well, hey, y'all heard it here first. Well, I just want to say thank you so much for coming on the podcast today. I truly enjoyed you as a guest. Just know that you are loved, you are light, you are appreciated, you are an incredible human being. Hearing your story and everything that you have went through, you are the just resilience and strength in so many ways. Keep going. I am always open. You need somebody to talk to, just call me. I will
Oh,
listen.
I
I will
will
help
too.
however I can. I know it. Well, I just want to say thank you to all my listeners for joining us tonight. I truly appreciate y'all. And I hope you all have a wonderful evening. It was truly a wonderful and beautiful experience.
Thank you, sis. You too.
All right. All right.